Ни хрена не понял, но очень интересно. Ты понимаешь, что смотри... Типа, смотри, у меня сейчас кастомки, типа, я сейчас бросил запрос, у меня сейчас если разрешат кастомки, то, типа, на изи, типа, плюс подписчики. Егор. А, сейчас, стой. Так, смотрим стрим Тимофея.
А, сейчас, стой.
Здорово.
Так, смотрим стрим Тимофея. А, сейчас, стой.
Здорово.
Так, смотрим стрим Тимофея. А, сейчас, стой.
Отправлю черного человечка. А что это за мистер Рашер Гоу? Это я писал, дебил! А что это за мистер Рашер Гоу? Забаню. Ладно, блочить не буду, забаню. Я спать хочу. Дадите вы в жопу. Тебе пишут, ты лох, ты лох, ты лох, ты лох. Ну так убеги от него. Он мой помпу забрал. Они наверху. Отмена, пойму отмену. А я это... А я бы все равно бы никуда-нибудь не ушел, они бы все равно меня догнали бы. Там я тем более сзади были челы, я их слышу. Ну это мусор, челы. Это челы мусор, они втроем всех зажимают. Это просто мусор, чел. Это мусор. Так, заблокировать. Давайте на 30 секунд. Думаю, это моя последняя катка сейчас будет. О, да тут. Мафий, ты каких грибов съел сегодня? А я думал, Бона. Бон, он топово играет. Сметанку. Сметанку. Я сейчас Марату скажу. В смысле бесполезный, свободный слот. Егор, ты знаешь, что надо делать. Молодец. Такие дебилы, что полетят. Дебилы еще те, конечно. Кому так? Нет. Кому помпу? Иди сюда, я всем миники сейчас дам. Егор, на 2 миника. У меня тактика легендарная. Да я с тактиком пока поиграю. Все, пойдем пушить. И мама мне стик залипает. А, на. Я запил. Ну, запивай. Сейчас полвека пройдет, пока догонит. Ну, что-то там ломают, это вроде как вы ломаете. Да если будут, то убьем. Бэм. А, да-да, челы. За каким домом? Сейчас пушить будем. Я пушу. Ух, я на дерево приземлился. Ты дебил. Ты дебил. Забитый совсем уже, блин. Ты совсем отбитый? Егор, ты дебил. Шо ты? Уфом? Крыса. Пушим, пушим, пушим. У меня есть. Еще палкой будешь стрелять. Голова, дай ему голова. И это говно, не дробовик. А, Егор, круто. Вы нафига готов нажали? Алло. Угу. Я знаю, потому что я поднимаюсь наверх, и я вижу, я в матче, я выжил, потому что у меня дела были. Хочу. Егор, ты можешь микро включишь, а то у тебя без микро как-то стрим такое. Ну я лайк поставлю. Я Егор, не тебе. А тебе дизлайк. Я Егор, не тебе. А тебе дизлайк. Да. Да. Бу-бу-бу, авторские права. Да предупреждение дадут и все. Что там у вас происходит? Надо посмотреть. Фу, консольщики. Чё? Я тебе буду билку отправлять. Ну, смотри, что пишут. Комменты смотри. Комменты смотри. Комменты смотри. Я сейчас еще громче.
кастомки я видел, да? Одну вещь, ты можешь, короче, даться, типа, победу? Как кто мне типа просто я не шучу. Выиграю в кассом, не знаю. Если я выиграю кассомки, то мне дадут типа зонтики, просто не хочу взять один, а я не могу снять. Ладно. Автора или как? Вы... почему тебе дали код автора? Подожди, турбо, какой номер, типа, Кен турбо какой? Что там? Кен турбо, что? Какой там, типа, турбо, какой там номер? Не знаю как. Я на плойке. Я вернулся, я на... А то есть не копья на... Я проверить его хоккей. А ты же 100 дивизион, да? Ты же 100 дивизион, да, Турк? А ты же не 107. Ну или чем, типа на стриме 260, короче. Короче, вчера и позавчера просто больше заберу Егора. Может, в арену Может, потом в арену пойдем? А то еще просыром сечь. А вы 1-1, да? делать? Смотри, тупо. Давай-ка сделаем 1-1. То есть, типа, все дать. То есть... я видел. Типа, с нарезок. Да. Типа там пол, потом, типа, да. Давай, короче, иди сюда. Давайте 1-1, просто все будут сейчас собирать. Смотрите, сейчас покажу. Да, вот это. Ну ты знал. Короче, сюда. Чё ты думаешь? 1-1 пошли. Все, 1-1. Подождите, это да. Убей меня, турбо. Что там ФК стал? Один. Окей. Да, сейчас. Ладно. Прошел. Нет, я не хотел проходить. Что? Подожди, это не сломалось. не стреляют, короче. Давайте просой тогда. Чё? Закрысь. Чё ты, турбо? Мы еще не начали. Что дальше? Вот, у меня... Знаешь, просто у меня... Я хотел поменять оружие на минике. Ну, короче... Что тут палка? А что тут палка делает? По фану, да? Она же бомба. О, найс.
На! Туда его. Ну, это да. 7, 3, 2. Согласен. Полностью согласен. Я согласен. Ты, конечно, лучше не играешь. Ну да, великий геймс. Грин ТА. Зеленый чай какой-то говорит, что КН Турбина играет круто. А я играю круче. Да, блядь. Вот именно, он тебя знает первый месяц. Нет, наоборот, кого долго знают. Ну если типа... Нет. Если ты не понимаешь... Что за черт? Какой же ты даун, реально. Ты говоришь, что ты играешь... Ты говоришь, что ты играешь лучше меня и при этом не можешь меня убить. Как возродиться вообще сейчас? Пострелял. Нормально там вообще стреляется. Урод. Я не танцевал, дядя.
Загать, пожалуйста. Не читы.
Бичара. Блять.
Почему я когда хочу стрелять, мои редакции?
Блять. Говори, ты просто даун. Знаешь что? Дракоша, короче, говорит... Да заткнись. Дракоша говорит то, что я лох. Знаешь почему? Потому что он просто Нет, потому что он хорошо... Потому что он хорошо меня знает и знает, как, какие у меня минусы, какие у меня ошибки. И вот, поэтому он меня и говорит то, что я... Короче, как и он играю. Ну, я думаю, ты понимаешь, насколько я лучше его играю. Если ты, конечно, понимаешь это. Что это за
Чем мне
строится?
Да не убивай меня, я простроюсь, я простроюсь.
Чтобы ты понимал, у него редак на нолик сидит там. Ой, на нолик сидит там. На нолик задержка у него редак. Редак, это, я не могу выговорить слова, господи. Ладно, давай посмотрим, кто тут сдох. А когда ты тоже к нам заходишь в пати, он говорит, что ты лох. Ну что он тебя тоже довольно давно знает. Какой же ты даун, турбо. Взял. Взял палку, ничего не изменилось.
Чё за хуйня, блядь? Чё за хуйня? Чё за буква? Просто запуск. Эх ты долбоёб, я тебя сейчас, сука, в психушку отведу даун, ты кусок, что ты кричишь? Ты пусть товарищ, сука!
Блять, чё за пиздец? Чё за пиздец?
Ты чё за парафующий случай? Господи Иисусе.
А, сотка, почему не 200, да? Да, блядь, да, почему не 200? Чисто продал, да.
24 голову. Найс.
А, было 4 дауна. Ну ладно. Оп, давай коробку, давай. Оп. Убьешь, нет? А. Понятно, ладно. Ну чё, убил? Кабанчик, тебе сколько лет? 16, нихуя.
36 голову.
Одному, короче, чисто 12, второй орёт. А второму 16. Ой, да, 12-16. Ну это черепашка стопудово. А, да. Видишь, он сразу вышел.
Перезапустите игру. Мне плохо.
Перезапустил.
Да иди ты в сраку со своим тегавтором, мне страшно с тобой разговаривать.
Да, блядь, как у него еще тегавтора может быть, блядь?
Тегавтора, блядь, тебе дать. Легче суицидиться, чем тегавтора тебе дать, блядь.
Да, ему уже дали. И кастом еще дали.
Ты можешь жопу ему целовать. Я понял. Я понял. Бля, как ты с ним дружишь? Да заткнись ты! Ой, я буду мутить, чел, слава богу. Ты тоже пиздец.
Алло, здорово, привет.
Чел, скажешь, когда он успокоится? Я его просто забыл.
Кто?
Турбо даун.
Турбо даун. Он уже успокоился, Андрей. Но он не успокоился, Андрей.
Я ему уже не буду никогда верить.
Да, согласен.
А, кстати, вы знаете, что сегодня сервак залагал, у меня был пинг 0,3 часа. Плюс 80 поинтов варенья.
Он говорит, что снял трусы. Он говорит, что снял трусы.
Что за даун, объясните мне?
Короче, он говорит, что мне сейчас фотку ВК отправит.
А включи расслабляющую песню. Включи расслабляющую песню, только тихую, пожалуйста.
Блять, как он орёт.
А чё он ломает?
Это я сломал. Погнали обычный файл.
На!
Туда его, лоха.
Сюда, дебила.
Какой
А,
там
да,
туз,
вот.
блин?
Я его размучу. Я понял, я его обратно замутил. Прикинь, я сегодня поднял 100 поинтов.
Он говорит, что включил режим труса какого-то. Или туза там, не понимаю.
Туз, гамбит туз. Это такой даун, короче, забей в ютубе гамбит туз, бомбит.
Я знаю, что туз это гамбит, и я знаю, что гамбит это туз. И я знаю, что туз это ручей, почти полушкольник, да.
Тебе сколько? Тебе сколько? Чел.
А, ты мне? Ты у
Да.
кого спрашиваешь?
У тебя.
Мне 14.
Это адекватно для 14-летнего.
Да, я не пидорас.
Да, не как он.
Все такие, мне кажется.
Ну, я не такой, честно. Сюда, лоха. Только не говори то, что он кричит.
Он и так кричит, блядь. Он говорит, но.
У тебя какой пинг?
М?
У тебя какой пинг?
80.
Здесь видел, у меня пинг 120 вечно.
Я знаю, что я на консоли играю.
Я говорю, у меня пинг 120 вечно, или про консоль.
Да мне, я с тобой поговорю.
Да, точно, я же его замутил. Мне так хорошо стало после того, как я его замутил. Я к нему на стримы заходил, он был нормальным, а сейчас какой-то дядя Федор из моего остановки.
Ебой, блядь, ты еблан.
Так, я его размучу на секунду. Зачем я его размутил, объясни мне?
Я не знаю. Он специально орет, когда ты его разбудишь.
Ладно, я его замутил.
Бля. Как он заебался своим.
Как ты с ним дружишь, объясни мне?
Никак.
Я с ним даже не дружу.
Он, если честно, он обычно не такой. Он говорит сказать мне, что он ведет стрим.
Он пидорас. Я это подтверждаю. Не убивай.
Окей.
Давай танцевать. У тебя есть вот это вот?
Эту. У тебя есть вот это?
Параша, я ее хотел купить, у меня были бы
А
бабки.
вот это есть?
Не, я ее не купил.
А вот это есть?
Вот это есть?
Нет. А вот это есть?
Да.
А что мы делаем?
Не знаю, включи песню другую.
Вот эту можно, даб.
Я тебя скоро тоже замучу, если будешь даб говорить.
Ты мне?
Да.
Блять, я не знаю, у меня уже привычка. Он говорит, что я пожилой. Блять, он так ржет. Пожилой дядя говорит.
И тот 63 очка. Найс, обожаю арену. Иди сюда. Иди сюда. Ты сказал даб-даб?
Нет.
Теперь извинись. Просто извинись.
Ладно, извини. Это не я убил. Кстати, заволакаться поясни.
Его смотрят только пожилые писюны. Вот братишкин
который
реально
там,
крутой.
Братишкин? Да, Мартышкин тот челов.
Ты в курсе то, что Мартышкин поднял Валакаса?
Кого он поднял? Валакаса? На руки?
Да. Нет, че онлайн. Если бы не братик... Ну тогда давай.
Давай. 40 ровно
Чё,
дало.
у меня не редактировалось. Включи другую песню.
Да ты заколебал.
У тебя параша какая-то играет.
Так. Какого Валакаса ты дал? Он говорит, чтоб я включил Валакаса.
Не. Тогда я вас всех кину.
Я могу, конечно, но я не буду.
Вот зачем ты меня убиваешь?
А что мне делать?
Сидеть.
Смысл?
О, нормальная песня пошла.
О, господи, да.
Давай гнобить этого дебила.
Блять, я случайно вышел в остров.
Ой, не ты, интуки.
Кабан.
Чё, кабан? Алло, чё
Он
это
говорит, что
дебил?
ты... Он говорит, что ты...
Он тупой. Он кричит, когда я сейчас это запишу в аудиозапись и кину всем своим друзьям в группу, в которой 1400 человек. Будем все слушать, какой этот дебил кричит да-да-я и что-то говорит. И если он дальше так будет говорить, как бы гарантированно...
к нему батя зашел.
Чего?
К нему батя зашел, чтоб ты понимал. Когда он орал. Не, ну это рофл какой-то. Ему батя говорит, держи себя в руках.
Держи себя в руках, чел. Ну ты приемный, мне на тебя все равно, ты в руках тебя держи. Знаешь, он там вспоминает, да. Куда подошли? Эй, дебил!
Гейбой.
После этого я его готов из друзей удалить почему-то. А откуда ты песни находишь?
Ага, иди
Чел.
гуляй.
Чел. Алло, ты слышишь?
Я слышу всех, да.
Откуда ты песню находишь?
Чего?
Откуда ты песню находишь?
Откуда песню нахожу? У меня, короче, видосы по фортнайте, ну знаешь, как их? Западные вот эти, еврозападные, не знаю, как их, зарубежные.
Там, где ты
Вот
фатятся, и
там все
песни.
снимают, короче, да, фатиса и как песни.
Иду.
Вот, они оставляют ссылки на песни. Если
Понял.
песня нормальная, я ее... Я не буду скидывать на лечение. Он говорит, что он охрип. Ну хотя так тебе и надо, дядя. Так, шо. Что мама позвала, когда понял? Где ты, бля? Слушай, может ты реально уже нормально будешь говорить? Это надоело. Реально. Ты не туз. Ты, кстати, ты похож на Фекси, дядя, ты похож. Ты на Фекси похож. Нет. Нет. Может, ты умер? Нормально тебе там вообще? Это, если честно, не работает. Нормально там тебе? Завтра итоги на розыгрыш, парни. Кстати, может я могу победить. Я себе оставлю 150 рублей и все. Ну, с контрольной точкой я также делаю. С контрольной точкой тоже сделал. Сделай реально рофильное. Сделай рофильное разоблачение. Сделай рофильное разоблачение. Чтоб аж... Ну там, чтоб нормально там было. Нерабочая тактика, дядя. Меня двое бил. Да. Это нет. Нет. Может ты у Разурикса своровал? Пидорас. Вообще-то ты не создатель песен. Так что иди гуляй. Ты не создатель песен, вообще не умеешь. Ты о чем ты вообще на телефоне монтируешь, дебил? У тебя ПК даже нету. А вот это у тебя есть? Вот это у тебя есть? Кто тебе пишет? Ну, у нас также типа... У нас тоже можно сказать гейпад. М убрал и все, гейпад. О, World Cup, дядя, World Cup. Опа, пошел контент. О! Погнали. Эй, там, дядя. Ютуб. Показать игру. Нет, не трио, арена. Комментируем World Cup в Турбо. Комментим World КАП В Т Куплте. А, у меня сейчас мама должна приехать.
DW and Blue
Нет,
Team. One
почему?
of my personal favorite
Я
duos,
буду...
they came together after
Не
week
знаю,
4
что я
saying,
буду
hey,
делать.
we need to do something different. Roy came on the scene during the Winter Royale.
Конечно. Я же на тебя оставляю, черт. Так,
Так,
всем погнали.
Так,
сейчас я поставлю. Шо это такое? О, там Гост Эйден... Нет. Fortnite World Cup Finals. Да.
Beyond incredibly mechanically gifted players here. Blue team,
Yeah?
you've placed consistently in the top 15 over the last year.
Я говорю, ты шулды,
Secret skirmish and top 5 in the share the love event. How
Рейзер будет, конечно, в паблике только. В паблике кастомные матчи. Е11 корюсь. А да, Е11!
Slay out away. We can't wait.
Это Стомпи! Стомпи, ку, зайди на стрим. Стомпи, зайди на стрим, Стомпи, ку.
They have distinct play styles over the phases of the game, and if they can get rolling, they might be able to challenge towards that top. Now on to our next group, because we're excited to keep
Так, сейчас мне надо на тебя ссылку
rolling.
ставить.
It's Item and Derox, Oslo and Bad
Так,
Sniper,
НКС-чина.
4ZR and Nowhere, Red Rush and Snappy, and then
Поделиться.
Wang and KBB. This is a bunch of guys.
Папа,
And then
World
the
Cup
Chinese
идет!
qualifiers coming out of the Tencent track. And I mean, some of these guys
У тебя сколько подписчиков?
incredibly
74?
Item Derox with that ridiculous
У меня
41
тоже.
elimination
У меня
victory route
74.
during the semifinals, and then they carried over the performance into the Sunday.
Yeah, one of the only times we saw actually consistency from the semifinals carry over into
Деда,
the
деда,
finals.
World
Another
Cup
team
идет.
that actually started breaking through in the finals towards the end, which led them to qualify as Oslo
Снапи.
and Bad
Что за
Sniper.
ноунеймы? Я тут ни одного не знаю. Европа, Азия.
Contesting at Tilted Towers, and they are very proficient at doing so.
They will be in the fray, and if Bad Sniper gets a
Это
sniper
Европа,
in
это
his
Европа
hands, here's
и
the joke. His name online
и
is actually
Азия.
not Bad Sniper because he hits all of those shots. Will be looking to make them pay. Now, 4ZR and
Говорит,
also
неплохой
another
снайпер
very
кто-то там.
aggressive pair, but kind of just like to
Кого?
chill out at times.
Нет,
Like,
я не
find
видел, я
themselves
еще
on
не
the edge, taking
смотрел.
rifles. If they know they have an advantage, they go. We've seen them before as well in the Winter Royale.
Yeah. And then on the bottom right there, Yu Wang and KBB, they came out of the Tencent track, which was a competition that was hosted out in China. And so I think a lot of people didn't see those
здорово.
games and don't really know what these two are all about. Let's continue and find out more about them.
О, Бэт Снайпер. Осло плюс Бэт Снайпер. На себя ссылку? Я? Да. БТС одни. I want to play with the Mongol team. Они говорят, мы играем что-то в монголиной тиме. А, в секрет? Они в секрет? Вот это приз, это что это? Это что это вообще? Ты оставил на меня ссылку? Зачем? Зайди на мой канал, нажми поделиться и копировать.
So happy to see their level of excitement and to be here representing China through those Tencent track. It was amazing to watch them play in those games. A distinct different style, but also very built-in rifle-centric. Will be one of two
Ты можешь микрофон потише сделать?
Section of
Так,
qualifiers. These
подожди.
were the guys who ended up qualifying in the final week, the last chance to be there. It's Slacks and Keys, Calculator and Macwood,
Да, нормально.
Zone and King, Epic Whale and 4DR Storm, and then
Зайди на мой
Vinny
канал, нажми
and
поделиться и
Dextro.
скопировать
And I mean,
ссылку, всё.
so many of these guys we could talk about right now, but the one I want to focus on, King and Zone, coming out of Argentina. They are ridiculously aggressive.
Это Эрик Вафля.
Full send, and I think people will be surprised.
Валакас, Валакас! Что там Валакас делает? В верхнем левом углу. Валакас!
Same situations as the kind of Chinese do, at least at smaller extents, because a lot of these guys don't know how they play, don't know how to
Keys?
respond when a play style that they're having is shown. But one duo I want to talk about is Epic Whale and Storm, because this is one of the few fully qualified duos. We'll see both of them tomorrow.
Парни, нормально Валакаса взяли? Нормально? Ну все, Валакас, тащи, тащи!
On the stage in each one of the competitions that really separated
themselves. Да, болей.
Speaking of somebody who separated themselves, Zexro and Vinny. Zexro, the original pioneer of the My Wall now. I'm going at you. I will win the game with 16 plus elimination.
Слушай, сегодня мы должны весело как-то
everything coming over, not only Zexro's wrist issues, but a little bit of kind of turbulence between them. They're actually not even going to be doing after this competition, so this will be a last hurrah, and let's see what Zexro and Vinny have to say.
Я говорю, у меня мать.
We got Vinny and Zexro here. Very excited to see you guys. I know that a lot of people are thrilled and excited to see what you guys have planned for today. And you both have been competing both very well in duos and solos over the course of the year. How do you think that the competition today is going to compare to the rest of the competitions that you had leading up to the scrims, whatever the case may be?
Особенно миф.
For sure, the competition's definitely going to be hard today. Probably the hardest competition yet. But I'm very confident for us.
А сейчас на первом месте, у которого 13500 побед, на первом месте с Xbox плеер какой-то.
After qualifying for the last week of duos, that you were suffering from some tendonitis. Preparing for a competition like this, especially at such a high caliber, there's got to be a lot of stress involved with that. How have you been physically preparing for today?
So basically, I didn't really play much, and then I would just mod review and everything. I would just play on the qualifier days, take a lot of a leave, you know, and then it started going away at the end, and then qualified, so we're chilling.
Fantastic. Well, we're all really excited to see
побеждать, потому что я лох. Ладно, давай послушаем твоего тиммейта. Да, сделаем лама майкро. Да. Так, снимаем ПВЕшку, каменные стенки отрядочные. О, он тупой, ты видел, что он сделал?
Skype and Vato, 4 wins and Tux, Kluja and Thomas HD, and then finally Puz and me.
I mean, there's so many players in here you can call out. Serpent and Hype were the original. Can you translate it to Sunday? They won so many of those semifinals, and then the last week we're able to do it. I got an opportunity to actually talk with Rojo in the practice room, and he says he's excited to be here, wants to play.
Ты видел у Злого влог? У Злого с Михаилиной влог. Я забыл, как его зовут. Он так на него похож. Они в постели ебались. В трусах, правда?
I'm glad I'm here, man, and there was a fantastic post he did about it. Yeah, he had that twit longer where he basically went through how he lost his and then gained it back because of the support of all you guys at home who supported Skype through his journey, the French community doing so as well. Moving on forward, Borwin and Tux, somebody I think is very interesting because they qualified and moved through the entire
Европа, Океания, Азия.
So same thing.
And then you have Kluja, a player who qualified as well for the solo competition, and Thomas, his partner from Singularity.
VIP-10 квалификация, да.
Puz and Ming representing from South Korea. Unfortunately, there was an Asian team who was unable to make it. Puz and Ming having won in the Elite 8 qualifier where there wasn't an additional spot. And on top of that, their consistent placements earned them that ultimate spot coming out of the region.
Хорошо, что я не пошел, то мне надо было свое лицо показать.
And have a package set up, and let's see what they had to say.
Минг и пас. Здорово, парни. Хоп. Лови пятеру. Да. Hi, I'm Ming. I qualifying in Asia. I'm pass, and I also qualifying. Они оба в Азии прошли, ну понятно. Подожди, я хочу себе бутики сделать. Слышишь, жди, пока метишь за меня, я себе бутики сделаю.
온라인에서 상금을 이렇게 받으면서 같이 경쟁하는 게 마음에 들었다. 유럽 선수들과 해보고 싶었어. 저도요. 게임하기 전에 이제 계속 어떻게 게임을 플레이할지 생각을 하고 하는 거죠. 그냥 연습을 최대한 시간에 맞게 활용을 하고 최대한 많이 노력을 하다 보면
I mean, I can only imagine what is going through their heads. First, taking the top spot in a week where there wasn't a qualification spot, and then having one of the most consistently best placements, then being chosen as an alternate, and finding out you're going to be competing, having a chance to represent Asia and South Korea here.
Ну давай тогда дальше базарь.
Playing aggressively, trying to find a side of a zone, box themselves
Давай
up,
тогда дальше базарь.
towards the side of the rotation. If they can get that position, don't expect them to not be dangerous.
Слышишь? ГГ не будет, потому что нет колбасы.
All the players, those are the 100 best Fortnite players in the world, the 50 best duos, and now there's a duo in particular. We talked about it. The loudest duo when they're announced. They want to be the loudest duo when all is said and done. We have Mitro and Mongrel down on the floor. Jordan, what do they have to say?
We are all so excited to see these two play, and honestly,
Дмитрий Ликс и Монгрел.
favorite things when I watch these guys play. Now, competing online and competing at a LAN is two very, very different things. Obviously, what is the preparation like going into competing at a LAN together?
Competing at LAN is definitely different. Personally, I like it more just because I like the environment, but online is easier. But I don't know, I just like LAN more.
Fair. You can't beat the energy in a stadium like this.
Он говорит, онлайн это
excited and stoked to be here, and especially to see you guys play. We can't wait.
Thank you so much, Jordan. And now, just those guys, they sound excited, but that's it. Enough from us talking. The 50 best duos in the world are on the stage, competing for their share of $15 million. And I mean, 6 games away from $15 million to the top duo.
Just think about that. 6 games, and then we'll find out who is the best duo in the world. Hands down, no question about it, the best. 6 games. We're going to do that real soon.
The duos world champions will be crowned, but that's it. The pre-show is over. Enough from us up here. We'll be breaking down gameplay later. We're going to toss it on inside to kick the show off. You guys have a good one.
Ты? Я тебя выше. О, погнали. Ты в курсе, ты мне все спойлеришь? У меня задержка немного. О, погнали. Автобус погнал. Подожди, сейчас перезагружу. Перезагружаем. Загрузка трансляции. Да сейчас! Смотрю. В смысле хереть, что это? Ха-ха. 72 часа, по-моему. Да, видел. Use code 72. Это, по-моему, новый танец будет. Слышал? Там чел, который дебл, там чел, который... Да, заткнись! Заткнись. Там чел, который дебл, он спалил новый танец. Офигеть, как круто. Нормально там диджей фигарит. Это, по-моему, Свенес, нет? О, там Тифу был. Как я. GG, man. Мне показалось, что чела на футболке СССР.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Fortnite World Cup Finals live from my hometown, baby, New York City. Where you at?
Юз код. Летвик, там Летвик. 7 соска, 7 джемсайд и Фекси. Дядя. Дядя, там джемсайд, 7 соска, Фекси, Летвик. Слышишь? 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 Там на заднем фоне Летвик. Там СНГ челы на заднем фоне. На заднем фоне. Даун. Нормально там ССК. Ой, ССК чилит. Заткнись, тупой. Заткнись, тупой. Заткнись. О, там Аква, слышал? Да. Да ты надоел, я тебя заглушу, если ты будешь усе. Если будешь усе коди, оси хоть. Там реально подходит.
Here is excited to get to the games, and we're going to do so in a little bit. The players are gearing up and getting ready to go. You know that each and every one of you inside of this stadium, you're just pumped. You've had your opportunity to go out to the festival. You've managed to meet up with your friends and enjoy some great times here in New York City. And obviously, our players are here to win a world championship. And the good news is we have two players standing by. Fisher, who are looking like they could contend for the top of the mountain.
Thank you, GB. You are a handsome man. Now, I'm going to be super honest and very, very forward right now when I say that I've got two of my favorite people in this stadium right now that are competing together. Two of my favorite people to play with, two of my favorite people to watch and study. Sean and Aiden. Aiden, one of the most dominating controller players in the world, and he's proved it time and time again. With Sean on mouse and keyboard, one of the most mechanically skilled and gifted players in all of Fortnite. Now, with this combination of one of you on a controller and one of you on mouse and keyboard, there's got to be some pretty unique strategy that you guys can pull together. Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
Yeah, our synergy is great. Like you said, he's one of the best mechanical players. His tunnels are insane. Like, it's just insane watching him play. And just, you know, me being an aggressive player and having good aim, we really combo together well. And I'm hoping we're going to do good.
1000%. Now, Sean, you both competed in the Pro-Am yesterday, which was a lot of fun. We all know that was a very sweaty lobby. But your thought process, your strategy going into today, tell me how that differs from yesterday and your performance there.
Well, I think yesterday was like super fast-paced. You need to get kills to place well. But today we're going to go for endgame, play super slow, and let's hope we can kill it endgame.
Fantastic. Well, we're all so excited to see you guys. GB, what do you have for us?
Always a pleasure to hear from the Ghost duo. They're going to look to go to the top, and they very well might do that. Now, I asked you guys earlier, I said, are you ready? So I'm going to ask you again, New York City, are you ready? Oh, no, I got to take the earpiece off. New York City, this is my hometown, and I know we can make some noise, so I'm going to ask you one more time. Are you ready? The Fortnite World Cup Finals start now. Let's send it over to your casters, Courage and Ninja.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. The Fortnite World Cup Finals live from New York City. Everything on the line here today. My name is Jack Courage Dunlop. And well, guess what? I'm joined by a surprise guest appearance, Tyler Ninja Blevins. I am so excited for today's action. Ninja, dude, the emotion here is insane.
You have no idea, man. These guys have been playing for months, practicing, doing nothing but thinking, eating, sleeping, breathing Fortnite.
That's it, and it's all led to this. I know the nerves absolutely at an all-time high.
I'm nervous right now.
I'm just casting. I'm not even playing. Meanwhile, they're paying for $15 million, but it's not your normal Fortnite rules we're going to be playing today. Let's take a look at the format, catch everyone up to speed. I know a lot of new eyes will be on Fortnite competitive today. And Ninja, here's the format for points. So, This is duos. If you place in the top 15 duos in this game, they earn 3 points. Top 10, they earn 5 points. Top 5, they earn 7 points. And finally, the Victory Royale, they earn 10 points. Now, those points 10 placement points. Also, 1 point per elimination. So finding that good balance between elims and placements will be very key. Here's the prize money breakdown. And Ninja, you've been involved in competitive gaming for a long, long time. Have you ever seen anything like this?
No. I mean, you're looking at first place, $3 million. I mean, heck, I'd even settle for third at 1.8.
Settle for 1 point.
I'll settle. No, we've been playing. We've both been competing for a long time, and I've been competing for almost 10 years. Prize pool's never even come close to this. This is life-changing.
Yeah, absolutely mind-blowing numbers right there. Again, everyone who made it this far, $50,000 in their pocket, but their eyes are on that top 10. They want to jump up that prize money ladder. Again, we are live right now from the Fortnite World Cup Finals. There are so many talented players here today from across the world. We want to hear your thoughts on Twitter. Use the hashtag Fortnite World Cup. Really, anywhere you can use hashtags. I know we both have our predictions, though.
Oh, absolutely. You want to go first?
No. You go first. Who for you is your standout that you're looking to see if they can take it home today?
Dude, man, I mean, I gotta give it up to Mongol and Mitro. I think they're gonna definitely close it out. They've been. I really am just super interested to see how they play. I've been watching a lot of their World Cups after they've already qualified. Hands down, one of the most aggressive duos throughout, the qualifications. But are they going to do that here? Are they going to go for placement, or are they going to still W key like they've always been doing?
That's typically been their gameplay of choice. There's a look again at Mongol and Mitro, both qualifying from Europe. You see, last time they played, in the week they qualified, their drop of choice was Loot Lake. Yeah. So will that remain the same today? These early game battles, these fights for the different points of interest will be so key. You go with a European duo. Yeah. I'm picking a European duo as well. Another young squad, Mr. Savage M and Benji Fishy.
Lobby by himself in squads it's like it's art, man. What these guys do, it's art. So enjoy.
I know Mr. Savage in a public match got like 40+ eliminations in season 9, which is unheard of, all by himself, solo squads. There are so many ways you can watch, though, this weekend. I've been just looking at my phone already. I'm seeing 1 million+ of you guys tune in on in. As you guys know, so many ways to watch. You've got Twitch, YouTube. Is insane.
Packed,
I mean,
man.
This is one of the most ridiculous arenas I think I've ever seen for an esports event, and I know people flooding on in from the outside. Yeah. I just can't wait to get it started.
Dude, this is literally what I've been waiting for for like 3-4 months.
Yeah.
The best of the best, all in the same lobby. All right, in the qualifying matches on Sunday, you're playing against, in a lobby, maybe like 4 or 5 of the teams who are actually here right now, but now this is going to be all of them in the same lobby. Every single battle is going to be the best players in the world fighting against one another. I'm excited to watch the early game when they're landing in their spots. I'm excited to watch the mid game during the rotations. I'm going to be taking notes, and you guys should too.
Yeah. Also, other things that note to take to bring up. We're going to be playing on siphon settings here, increased material farming. Do you want to explain for everyone at home exactly how that all works?
I'd absolutely love to. So unlike normal matches, when you get an elimination, all right, you're going to be granted with 50 health or 50 shield, depending on what you're missing. And that's also going to give you 1 point as well. They also drop 50 mats of each, wood, brick, and metal. So, eliminations are definitely going to pay off early game as you guys can stack up those materials.
Yep. And remember, that is when you get a full elimination, not when you knock down an opponent.
Correct.
So if I knock a player, you'll see in this, a lot more times teams will immediately try to finish that elimination, get the health, go pick up the materials, maybe secure some extra loot. There's a look at the lobby screen. And, Ninja, I was laughing with you earlier when the players were warming up earlier today because they got some warm-up games in. Obviously, for many of them, it's their first time in a major LAN event. They wound up going through and they were just sitting at the spawn island like they were right now. I mean, look at the build battles happening on spawn island. They're all editing. They're all aiming. None of them are just sitting still. The nerves running through them, insane. The average age in today's tournament, 16 years old. Some of these guys are going to walk away with $1 million+ this weekend. At 16, what would you have spent your money on? I don't even want to know. Why not even ask that? Probably
16, man? Just a bunch of candy and energy drinks, man. I didn't really.
So basically the same as today.
Exactly. Nothing really would change. Nothing's changed.
No, it's so much fun, man. Again, people flowing on into the venue, looking at these duos, looking at these contested areas, right? Loot Lake has been a very hot topic.
Yeah, man.
You know, Aiden had been landing there throughout all of qualifiers. You see, you know, Mongrel and Mitro. I've been hearing some notes about, you know, Tilted Towers and or Neo Tilted as it's now called, of where they're going to go. In your opinion, right now you play 6 games.
Yep.
You know how detrimental it could be to your mental state if you have one where you kind of drop right off spawn and get taken out.
Yeah.
What is your game plan here? Are you going for it? You don't care how many people land there? You just go and play your game? Or
No, I think
you shy away? What do you do?
Oh, man, these guys have been practicing. They know. They know that they're going to be contested.
Yeah.
They know that, and they're not, you know, if they're intelligent players, they're going to play exactly how they've been practicing the last 10 World Cup qualifiers. They're going to go exactly where they go. They're going to push where they're going to push, and, you know, they're not going to care who it's going to be. Now, me, honestly, I'd like to say that that's how I play, but, dude, in a situation like this, I think that if I saw someone contesting my drop, I'd definitely defer and try to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, you have one bad game, getting over that's going to be a huge mental obstacle, right? You get knocked first.
Yeah.
That's going to be something that you're going to be thinking about. In the second game, the third game, oh my gosh, should we change our landing spots? And then if you're thinking like that, it's over. Dude.
Yeah, and I keep seeing you look down. You're like eagerly wanted to talk about this map. We have what the first map is going to be in front of us. But again, guys, there's so many exciting things going on in the world of Fortnite right now. One of the new limited time modes that is actually going on. Prop Hunt, we watched a little bit of it yesterday, but again, made by Stray Kite. It's a fun little, you know, hide and go seek game almost, Ninja.
Prop Hunt is the greatest thing that Fortnite has created from creative. It is amazing. It is hilarious. I mean, we were literally getting like angry and like, but also just laughing hysterically right when we're about to, you know, make it into the incinerator and get our points. It's just so fun. I mean, you could be a toilet. You know, you want to be anything. You want to be a pink flamingo, a bus. Go for it. Dude. Go for it. Just go for it.
Yeah, we've had some fun games of Prop Hunt that we play. But again, right now, live in the gameplay for free, Prop Hunt. A little bit different than the competitive settings. Obviously, Arena, it's been talked about, Ninja. This is the most played in qualifier for a tournament ever in the history of gaming. 40 million competitors, down to the top 200. To be exact, 178 because of the double qualified players.
Right.
And that is, you can't even put in like your head just how insane those numbers are.
I think it's just important to show and let everyone know that, man, just Epic continues to change the game. Making these qualifiers online, it just allowed so many of these kids to be here today because they've been able to play, you know, from the comfort and safety of their home instead of traveling across the world just to qualify.
Yeah.
So I think this is one of the first times we've seen something like this, a qualifying like this. And dude, I'm just excited to watch these kids dominate the next freaking 4 hours, 6 hours. I'm ready to stay here all night.
Hey, I'm down to stay here all night. I have no problem with that. I'm sure the Arena is as well. When you talk about LAN events, right, you have so much competitive experience. You've been to so many across different games and genres. The one thing that stands out to me, though, it will never feel the exact same as it does as playing at home. So for these guys, what are some tips that you can share you think that they should kind of take into account as they're playing, maybe on LAN for the first time?
Well, do what I always tell people when they're saying, you know, hey, Ninja, I'm going to a tournament. Any advice, right? You know, it's, dude, do exactly what you do at home, all right? If you wear socks and, you know, no shoes
Подожди еще 5
if you
минут.
don't wear any socks at all, or you wear
3
sandals,
минуты,
you wear that. If you wear nothing but sweats and PJs when you're gaming and practicing, that's exactly what you should be wearing right now when you're competing, right?
Yep.
Don't try to change anything up. Drink what you normally drink before the games, water, energy drinks, whatever the case may be, or, you know, eat what you're going to eat. Do not change anything up. It's very important to get in that mental state of what you do and how you've been practicing the entire time at home.
I've even heard of stuff as far as like don't change your sleep schedule and what you're doing for this. Like literally take it like it normally is. Now, again, we talk about how there's $30 million on the line in the Fortnite World Cup Finals across today and tomorrow, but there's already been $3 million in prize money given away this weekend. That happened yesterday at the Creative World Cup Finals. Let's take a look.
Kitty Plays, and we're here in the player lounge right now, joined by the winners of the Creative World Cup. First of all, congratulations. Now, Scissors, how does it feel now to solidify that title?
It's kind of awesome considering I love creative mode. It's thriving, it's awesome, I love it.
Now, Tyler, did you ever believe that you guys would secure the position here today?
Yeah, I always knew we had it in the bag. You know, we're the week 1 qualifiers. We're the most stacked team. It was no competition. Just when the last map was a death run, I knew we had that in the bag. We got some good players here. I knew Zan would clutch up, and he did just that.
You could tell he lifted the finger. He said, we need 1 coin. Just grab this coin right down here. If he can do this without being eliminated.
Here it is. The win. Oh, he missed it, but gets it with the trap trigger.
You realize that one jump won this group here an extra $1 million.
It's unreal. Like, if you want to practice with dev runs, you need to like do it slow. Don't go in blindly. Like, try and like change everything you do every time you fail.
Suzu, can you see yourself doing even more with creative? I mean, the success of today. Will you continue to go and play creative maps?
I think I would definitely stay consistent with creative because I feel like there's a lot of potential in creative still. And yeah, definitely this is my thing.
But I want to go down the line and see what each of you guys plan on doing with that prize.
I would probably end up like saving most of the money, maybe like some investments.
He's 18 and he just won $336,000. What are you going to do with the prize?
Rent? Rent. Yeah, I think rent. I'm going to be responsible. I'm going to save my money.
I am going to be responsible and probably just invest most of it and try and get even more money back.
All right, guys. Congratulations again. Absolutely outstanding job. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I cannot wait to see what the future of Creative Fortnite looks like.
The Creative World Cup Finals, so much fun yesterday. Again, congratulations to Scissors and his team. $1.3 million won. I'm going to address the elephant in the room here, and it's not Tim the Tabman. You didn't win that, Tyler.
That's correct.
What exactly happened here?
That's correct. No, we got 4th place, but, you know, the crew that I picked out, man, Tal, Taco, and Kaz, just a good bunch of kids, man. I mean, I think, and I also got to meet a lot of the creators, the ones who developed a lot of the maps. And just a lot of passion from these guys, man. And, you know, I was really happy that I was able to, not even me, together as a unit, we pulled in, you know, 300 or 295,000 as a team.
Dude.
I mean, little whips, man. You know, we were just killing it, little ice creams. But that event was so incredible. And just another thing that kind of came out of nowhere again, that Epic changed the game with creative. You know what I mean? It kind of popped up out of nowhere. All these people, so many people. There were hundreds of people here because of creative.
Yeah. And again, I know I talked to Scissors about it too. He can't believe just how far it's gone from his original runs he made to now it kind of inspired one of the 3 maps yesterday. For you, what was your favorite? Was it kind of the prop hunt mode? Was it the run?
Junkyard Juke, bro.
Okay.
Hands down, Junkyard Juke is the most fun game I've ever played. I mean, if you're going to go in with a crew of like 32 people, if you can even muster up a crew of 32 people, like I want that to be a playlist where I can just go and play Junkyard Juke, and it just fills in 32 people. Hey. It's so much fun, man.
I'm with that. What about, should we get the whole squad together? Or
I'm down with. Oh, we totally should. We should get a massive content creation squad and just go into that. It'd be the most funny thing in the world. Hey, I mean, there's nothing greater when you're a little teddy bear and you're just walking around like trying to make it in. It's amazing, man.
Hey, listen, it's all fun and games here. Obviously, the theme of this weekend, things going on outside of the fan festival. There's also the Battle Pass redemption. Everyone here has got tickets, has the commemorative tickets. So many things to look back on and remember these moments. For a lot of people here, whether they're players or the individuals and fans who traveled, it's their first time to New York City. Such a legendary, iconic place to have this major event. You see again the crowd continuing to fill on in, just getting some final things set up for the game so we can get it all launched for you. But trust me, we're all eagerly awaiting the start as well. So many organizations represented throughout the weekend, and I have just received the word that we want, Ninja. The game is ready to go.
I'm ready. The first Vic Roy, man. Who's it going to be, guys? All right, I want you guys to scream out your favorite duos right now, man. Let's make some noise.
Who do you think's going to win today? Scream it. I want to hear. Oh, it's gibberish. None of it makes sense.
I think I hear Mongrel, Mitro.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fortnite World Cup Finals duo competition begins right now.
Well, not nice, but
this is going to be intense. I mean, there's nothing more, honestly, nerve-wracking than the initial launch.
О, я нашел. This is Skajim side.
Someone's going to die. Someone's going to be eliminated. Who's going to be the first one?
Mongrel.
You don't want to be the first one knocked out in the World Cup. I mean, literally, I knocked him like, it was the first game in the Pro-Am, and that was just amazing. He can't live that down. I don't want to be the first person knocking this.
No, for sure. As now we immediately hop on board with my pick to dominate today, Benji Fishy and Mr. Savage, and they're heading right towards Happy Hamlet, a place they've called home so many times. And This is contested.
It's already contested.
You're flying on into here, Ninja. They're so key and already Benji fishing.
Нормально.
With that revolver,
Нормально, он косой.
area is contested. You see, they're kind of split from each other right
Я бы
now.
попал.
What are their comms like in this exact moment?
I mean, I think right now they're just going to be trying to hear exactly where these guys are, footsteps, any type of information they can pass off to one another is going to be very important. They've been practicing this landing. I'm pretty sure I watched these guys play literally every week because they're from EU, so they were before NA qualifiers. And yeah, this is exactly where they normally land. Savage and Benji.
Переключите на Savage.
And you're honestly at a disadvantage if you do land
На
in the
Savage
same house.
переключите, говорю.
Who's going to be getting less shields of one another, right? Less chances of getting shotguns and things
А у
like that.
Savage армора нет.
I'm just interested to see how they're going to play this out. Are they going to be aggressive? Or are they going to back down?
Well, we just saw the first zone has been revealed, and it is a northern side zone.
Нет,
so
нет,
Benji
ретейкает.
Peak, Frosty Flights, Paradise Palms, Lucky Landing, all not safe. So we continue to keep an eye on this fight. 98 players remaining right now in this game. Now, we mentioned the increased material farms right now, so you're hitting a couple trees, you're getting 20, 30 materials like it's nothing. Let's shift our focus, though, towards the middle of the map here at Dusty Divot. And it looks like Landjock and Punisher go out very, very early in this first game to Tetra and, on the flip side, the new Rogue members.
They're wasting a lot of material right now. You can already see it. You've got only 100 matches left. That's 10 builds. These early game fights are always so detrimental. You have to be very, very, very particular with how many mats you're going to use to try to ramp rush somebody, because if you make it there and they shoot you out and you have no mats, I mean, you're left with literally nothing to protect yourself with.
And look at the advantage that you now have. Tetra hasn't had any shields, but because 2 eliminations come on through, he gets both. That's 50 shield per elim, putting him at max HP, and now he can completely change how he takes this fight. It's not like the normal games where you're still stuck at 100 health and you might second guess what you want to do. You might play a little bit more passively. No, because of those early elims, they now have Dusty Divot to themselves. They pushed out the Asian duo, pushing towards that top Dusty Divot side of XXM and Mend, and now they're sitting pretty. Divot all to themselves. They've got metal galore here, as well as wood. The one material they're really lacking is stone.
Yeah, definitely going to be lacking stone. They can get a 500 metal, which is going to be their most valuable asset here, landing in Dusty. What I'm just interested to see is, you know, they have no rotation items when you're looking over there, so hopefully they find something that's going to help them rotate later. There are no balls that spawn in Dusty, so for ballers, it's going to be very difficult to make it to the late game if you guys don't have some sort of crazy rotation. Shadow bombs, anything like that.
Here's another fight going on towards Fatal Fields, and with
нормально у него дроп.
Players down low who are already just on light HP are in a tough spot, and there it is. Scarlet and his duo Bell get the quick elimination onto Brush, and that's going to push back Brush's duo into Fatal Fields and try to hide for a brief moment. Another rough start right there. So much stone in Fatal Fields. I feel like Fatal Fields is a underrated landing spot.
I think you can get everything at Fatal Fields. You definitely get wood and brick very quickly, and then there's definitely some metal that you can gather around. You know, there's a bunch of cars and things like that. Some tractors there in the sticks. But listen, man, I'm really curious as to why they're not pushing Sizz.
Well,
Он, скорее всего, на трубе улетит.
It's a double-edged sword too, because yes, Sizz is by himself, but we've all experienced how easily you can hide in that brush there in the cornfields. And Sizz Lucky, these top players who land Fatal Fields know how to actually navigate the loot in the corn without breaking the corn. So
I need to break the corn every time.
Right, same. So I'm not good enough to know, but there's a certain path you can go on, and Sizz Lucky will actually be able to go back and pick up Brush's cards. So this is key.
You think you should go
Reboot
for it?
Vans, remember, when you get
забрал?
brought back, you only have 100 HP and a common pistol. That will bring a lot of attention over. If you are Scarlet and Bell, are you sprinting back over that flight? I think so. Now across the map, though, an engagement going out between KBB, Yuang, and their duo up against Vinny and Zexro, and there's the knock right there, Ninja.
Drum shotgun's very powerful. It's definitely underrated. You can get inside somebody's 1x1 right there. I mean, there's another knock with a drum shotgun, just absolutely wreaking havoc. Yuang trying to take this wall. I think his teammate is not going to be able to stay alive, so it's going to be Zex and Yu. He's got the shield advantage. All he has to do is play this patient. I'm going to be pretty sure that these guys don't have that many materials, so just needs to spray it out and hopefully find a chance to take him down, but he's healing up.
Yeah, Zexro has minis as well as big shields, so we'll be able to get back the full shield. And Yuang now in a tough spot. Do I try to go?
Zex definitely can interrupt this now. He took too long to start going with the res, but it looks like he's just going to be going for the reloads, taking his time, and he might be dipping out, maybe trying to. He's definitely staying aggressive, but he's going to get the revive off, and now it's a 2-on-1 again.
Zexro staying confident, though. Knowing right now still At over 150 HP, the teammate has to be at 30 health. The wall comes through, trying to spray it, and it's not gonna happen. And you see Zexro right there, hands right to his head. Some solid damage done, but Yuang dropped down to 59 HP. But with that elimination, we'll bump back up to over 100. Very, very close right there, Ninja, with the drum shotgun.
Very important is checking out the Storm right now. A lot of these players, there's a lot, you guys can't see the screen, but there are plenty of people who are outside. They're gonna have to start their rotations in. And this is actually where a lot of very talented players with their aim can clean up a lot of kills. This is actually my teammate and I's reverse. Our strategy was to try to get in those spots where you can beam people who are going to be flying throughout the sky using a lot of the slipstreams and just taking advantage of, you know, your incredible accuracy.
A little update too on Sizlucky. They did get the reboot in Fatal, so they're both back in play. Look at how slow this lobby is going, folks. 92 players left, and a definite fan favorite here. Nate Hill and Funk of FaZe Clan currently set on up near Lazy Lagoon. And Ninja, this is your landing spot that you went to with your duo reverse. What are maybe some little tips and tricks for players at home who like to land here?
Yeah, all right, so there's, if you go on the boat, on the ship, every single one of the masts is like worth 200 wood. So you definitely want to go for those. You can easily get max wood in arena in probably less than 10 seconds. And also there are some metal anchors in town that you can get for about 300 metal, which is, you know, like the most valuable.
О, найс. Убивает.
I mean,
Нет, не убивает. Добивает.
Talk about Storm Surge. I mean,
we haven't yet. I was going to let that be a bridge when we cross it, but
because 91 people left. I mean, how soon?
We're going to have Storm Surge in every game.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be like, this is going to be nuts. You guys don't know what Storm Surge is. Basically, the team that has done the least amount of damage is going to start taking damage until they get above the damage threshold.
Yes, and it tells the players on their screen what the damage threshold is. If you're used to playing at home, you probably have never experienced Storm Surge in a normal game, but it is very common in competitive because everyone wants to last until late game, earn those extra points, and wind up getting those placement points to come on through. Watching Letwick and Flexi right now, it's so scrappy, Ninja. It's not your normal game where you get to loot up and freely grab everything you want. Here, I mean, look at the inventory. A common heavy assault rifle, 2 heavy bullets.
Yeah, I mean, people are not going to be able to loot. They're not going to be able to loot normally. I mean, you have every single spot is definitely going to be contested or have talented players who are surrounding
you. Это тот, который с полей был, помнишь? Который с полей был.
And you can get dinked twice with an infantry rifle, and boom, there goes, you know, 160 health, man, just like that.
89 players left now in the lobby as Twiz and Cover H, the duo, do get cut down. 45 duos remaining. The second zone has just been revealed, and again, Storm Surge will begin after that. I absolutely think it's going to happen. That will be for 70-plus players. So you keep that in mind as this goes on. Players who haven't really done any damage will know that they're going to be at a point where their hand is going to be forced. They're going to have to put on a little bit of aggression. You're going to see the game pick up just a little bit here. There's Snappy and Red Rush. Already in the next zone, they're more than happy to just farm up this metal structure and claim it as their own.
They're actually very centralized as well. Yep. I mean, a really great strategy that you're going to see a lot of people are going to be using throughout this weekend in solos and in duos is to just try to get in the dead center of the second zone and honestly just kind of pray that the circle is going to continue to rotate in your favor. I mean, I'm still looking at a lot of these guys' inventories. One guy just gets knocked in front of him. Like, going to try to save his teammate. It's not going to happen. But there's not a lot of rotation items. I haven't seen a lot of shockwave grenades. I haven't seen a lot of shadow bombs. I don't see any launch pads in anyone's inventory.
Yeah.
It's going to be such a, like, the rotations late game are going to be nuts. People are going to get lasered out of the sky.
And Letwick now all by himself in a 1 versus 2 as his teammate did go down. You see Parpy and Volks still quite healthy between the two of them. Over 140 HP for both of them. Parpy still playing the slow ground, trying to spray out the opponent. And look at the material count for Volks, 135 total builds. It does look like Letwick just kind of ran away, but I don't believe Letwick was able to grab his teammates' reboot card. So will basically be by himself for the rest of this game.
You know, it's going to be almost impossible to perform alone when your teammate is knocked. And there's the Storm Surge warning. These guys are 106 above it. You guys can see that, which means that there's somebody who has 106 damage less than them that is currently below the threshold, and they are going to need to hit some people, deal some damage. And that's actually the beauty of Storm Surge, right? You don't necessarily only want people kind of just lingering around in their 1-by-1s, praying that the circle moves to them. You're gonna see some fights that are gonna be forced to break out because players need to get above that or they're gonna die. They're not gonna be able to make it.
Now moving towards the Dusty Divot Diner. You see Clicks and Skeptic. Yeah, the very young duo from NA East, and you just said yourself, I didn't know you could farm this. You could get down there. This is the beauty of it, right? These are the top players in the world showing off the little things that they know that really no one else can pick up on. Many teams already stacking here, as there's so many materials to be farmed up. And for a lot of players, Ninja, once they get max, they don't just stop there. They keep farming to have an excess for more if they need to expend a lot of materials quickly. On the bottom right of your screen, you see a fight going down in Salty Springs. A lot of grenades being thrown right there. That's going to be Serpent and Hype.
Мощники нормально читать, не
look on the mini-map that we're staring at. Every single team is now in the safe zone. Everyone is safe in the next circle. It is moving in. Double heavy sniper is in play. For those of you guys who do not know, a heavy sniper will take out a metal wall. It'll take out pretty much anything. It does 1,500 damage to structures. So if you have two teammates who have double heavy snipers, they can see a team, line up a shot of somebody hiding in a 1-by-1, and be able to take them out.
And that changes the game completely. Once you hear double heavy, you can no longer sit still ever. Or if you know where they're at, you have to make sure you have at least 2 walls of cover on that side to protect you from the inevitable double snipe. And when we say double snipe, it's as far as 1, 2, 3, shoot. And they both fire at the same time and catch you off guard.
There's absolutely zero time to react. And one thing you guys we've talked about are the rotation items. We got 6 shadows for this guy, and they have a baller, so they're sitting pretty. I think these guys are in a great spot.
Absolutely. And you see the zone did just update towards the northern side of this current storm. Storm Surge is now in play, so players beginning to drop. 80 players in total in this game. They will just rotate on out of here. Hype and Serpent don't want the fight. And that's Jay now quite weak. With Storm Surge beginning to tick in. Quentin and Lanouf now having to push a fight as Storm Surge is affecting them as well. And you see it just kind of smites them down from the heavens, and there they go, getting dropped by Storm Surge. Unfortunate for them, but again, with not enough damage done, they do fall below that threshold.
Jeez, man, Storm Surge really does just force people into some pretty tricky situations. But again, man, it just goes to show a lot of aggressiveness is going to pay off for teams, man. You don't want to be put in that situation where, you know, you have to desperate and push. Maybe a duo that's better than you in combat. You know what I mean? And Airwax and Nikov
that's a replay.
Was that a replay? They just went down.
Airwax and Nikov are winners. Well, Airwax at least are back-to-back winner of the Pro-Am. Does go down. Airwax double qualified as well. Tough first game for them as they do go out quite early on. 71 players left in this game. 38 duos. Again, it's a slow crawl as everyone begins to drop. Have you ever seen anything like this in competitive?
No, I think that the only time that we saw numbers like this were when the circles they didn't really chunk that much, and they were more centralized in the beginning of competitive. So really no one had to rotate that much fight. So now that these circles are really just kind of moving around the map, you can't really predict them. I mean, you're getting these players who have, again, the great aim, and they're beaming people who are focusing on trying to rotate in the circle. Now look, there's so many people coming right now. And it's just free kills if you guys are in a top position with solid aim, man. You're going to Tetra right now, already getting beamed. He's spamming the spacebar, trying to make it as difficult as possible to hit. He sees a lot of, look at it, already trying to figure out right now, where's he going to land? Look at all these people who are already boxed up. They're already creating these tunnels. More shots coming down. And he's going to be able to make it. 8 grenades. So that's going to be, I mean, if he can get in a position where some players are already getting focused on the outside, 8 grenades, he might be able to clean up those kills too.
Yep, that's right there. They do box up in time. Did take some shield damage, but thankfully they have some minis to replenish that in just a few brief moments as there's Eclipse now using them. He's got his teammate right next door as well. Medkit, so they're going to pop that too. Every little bit of HP matters. Saving the campfire for the late game, it appears.
Не знаю, наверное, надо было костер поставить.
Right there. Here's a look at Mongrel earlier with his duo Mitro. They're set up currently in this zone. 68 players left.
Love watching this guy play, man. I'm serious. I mean, here's, you just check his inventory. Only got 2 guns right now, which is immature combat shotgun. So he has no spray guns. All right, spray guns are, you know, anything to an SMG, tactical assault rifle, SCAR, anything like that. You know, you've got to have a gun that can shoot pretty quickly to kill players and hit players through their 1-bys. You know.
Нет, это старое, это старое.
Look at that healing too, though. Yeah. 5 slurps, 2 slurps. 5 chug splashes.
And they already have a slurp ticking. This is insane.
They're super close to the zone as well. They don't have to move too far.
Yep, and materials-wise, look at that, 135 total builds. They're in a fantastic position to make some noise in game number 1. We'll definitely keep up to date with them. The slipstream slowly inching towards where it begins to shut down, Ninja, but with so many slipstreams still available in this current zone, a lot of players are going to use that to rotate on in using launch pads or the shadow bombs. There's your whole map right there. the eastern side of the zone. None of these players really going to be into play. They're going to have to inch a little bit more towards Loot Lake if they want to be safe.
Some of the best, I mean, look at these are the best players in the world, and look how close they are to one another, man. I'm so excited when they actually have to force into these fights. The Storm's going to start pushing them. Look how, I'm sorry, man. I just can't, man. You guys notice also Stinks, man. These players are so talented. It's going to be so hard to spray through their walls and actually deal damage to them. So you need things like grenades, like Stinks, right? Little fart bombs.
Они на геймпадах играют?
To force people out of their 1x1s and try to shoot them as they're rotating away and trying to build new 1x1s to dodge the Stinks.
You see the Stinks right now going down on Mongrel. And Mongrel gets immediately ripped in two as it seemed like the lobby began to focus him right there. His duo still alive.
With good rotation, luckily, hopefully.
Definitely has a bunch to, to be able to play with. The next Storm Surge has begun to kick on in. Mitro, 12 damage below, will have to begin to put shots down range. The zone pushing as well. So in this position, with the zone at their back, Mitro's goal, spray at players who have to push from the zone. They have one way they can go.
У Митра прям под низом мега идет.
Mitro knows that. Now begins the fire. Dubs just below as well. One of the players who qualified multiple times through solos and then once in duos.
They also have some great rotation. 2 ballers still intact. And here's the thing that you just mentioned, all these players who are going to be rotating in, being forced to rotate in. Everyone knows that.
Very little ammo though. Look, these are the last 9 assault rifle shots in Dubs' inventory.
Ты знал, это лучшие
игроки.
игроки.
Scrappy, folks. And there's the split. Still though only 80, meaning combined between the two, they really only have about 150 shots to work with. The zone still pushing. 61 players left. Reminder, folks, this is game number 1 of 6 today in the duos competition. Dubs does go down as a player got that back wall. He wasn't quite ready for it. Mega frantically backing on up, trying to create some space. Will he be able to go?
He's going to be able to pop that slurp. He's got
the Storm Surge on.
He's trying to be aggressive. Oh, he's still below, right? He's going to need to be aggressive. He won't even have time to revive his teammate. His teammate got finished, actually, so he's got all the shields in the world. He can get back up to full health. Storm Surge is still ripping him apart. That slurp is barely keeping him alive.
Hitting him for 25 damage every time he winds up checking. There it is again, dropping on in. Mega's hand is forced. Some big damage right there, still below. As players are continuing to drop all around, but Mega doing a solid job of keeping himself alive right now. Fantastic composure again, one of the young players on this stage, looking to try to secure the title of Fortnite World Champion. No more Dubs. The duo
still
down.
So now
above.
Finally above. Finally above. And guess what? The most important thing to realize, guys, look at that rotation. Yes, he's alone. Yes, his teammate's down. But he has an incredible kit to not only make it to late game, but maybe even clutch this win out.
He dropped the shotgun. Okay, there you go.
Got the combat shotgun, one of the greatest shotguns to have late game. Does incredible damage, long range and close range. And all the guys just rotating now into the storm. Massive amounts of distance needs to be covered.
This Storm Surge is insane. It's still going on.
Finally taken out. 52 players left. And this is where things are about to get serious, guys.
Thomas drops some ammo right there for his teammate, Inclusia. And you see Thomas, that epic infantry rifle, one of your favorite weapons, Ninja. What is so good about that assault rifle?
It 100% rewards pinpoint accurate players, right? There's no bloom necessary. Your marker, your aim is right on their head, boom, you're gonna get that headshot. You're gonna get 80 points of damage. And there's now the upgraded versions, the Legendary and the Epic, have 10 shots instead of 8. So, I mean, it just packs a punch, man. It can really catch players off guard, and that's exactly what you're going to need when you're playing against these top players who will literally build and protect themselves when they get shot once.
Folks, there are 45 players left in this very, very small zone. We are now on our 6th Storm. You see it's about to begin to move, and players will frantically have to go across the map. Zayt and Saf right now discussing exactly what they should drop, pulling up their map, looking exactly where they have to go. 44 left in this one.
We already got people using shockwave grenades, guys. This is a very far rotation for the second movement circle. So this is actually going to move very quickly. These people are going to potentially get stuck on their launch pads because there's so much frequent building. It's going to be nuts. And who's going to try to take the high ground? Because after this first circle goes, this is where people start to only try to use the high ground.
And we know high ground is everything in competitive Fortnite late game. Everyone frantically moving away from the common enemy of everyone, which is that Storm Circle. Macwood taking zone damage. Daedra as well. King slowly bouncing on through with the Shadow Bomb. And does land.
Storm?
Yes, but taking no storm damage, just playing right on the edge of it. Yeah, right on the edge of the zone right now. Will just stay boxed up for a brief moment. as now there's 36 players remaining, stomping the elimination feed. Arkram now goes down as well. You can see the elimination feed on the top left. To keep track of your favorite players, there's so much is going on. This is what tunneling is. When you hear players mention tunneling, this is it right here. You move with the zone, you tunnel your way in, give yourself cover, but not a lot of materials left. Only 22 builds, and this zone is stacked. But look who's on the high ground. It's Mr. Savage and Benji Fishy.
That would be your 2 picks, so good for you. All right, I have to owe you a bet there, man. That's that. All right. Bongo, unfortunately, do you still know if Nitro's still alive? I mean, listen, people are dying left and right, being eliminated. More Savage just used another shockwave grenade. He already had high ground, though. The question is, are people going to try to take it? You know that if you really want the chance to win this, you're going to have to try to take the high ground off them or have a rocket launcher. Just take them out of it.
This is so weakened. Mr. Savage just looks up and beams the player out of the air. It's all Benji Fishy and Mr. Savage in the elimination feed right now. 24 players left in this one. But 20 duos. There's almost no duos remaining, Ninja.
Right, it's all solos, and this is kind of what's going to happen, man.
Mr. Savage goes down.
It's up to Benji, and listen, Benji's been in this position before. We know he can handle it. Nitro's still in the game as well. I just saw him. He looks incredibly healthy, but now taking some storm damage. Benji's just going to try. Look at the materials. Not a lot left. They're only using their shadows. I think he has 1 build left.
Yep.
That's it. That's all he has.
He's got 10 total builds.
10 total builds.
He's just trying to outlast as many players as possible. Remember these placement points. We've made it into our top 10 duos. Now into our top 8. Zayt and Saf now. Zayt and Saf now on the high ground.
This game.
One of the few, the only duo left. This has a Zayt and Saf win written all over it. Mitro, Mongrel's duo, was all by himself very early on. Still alive in this one. 40R Storm now getting beamed. Can the North American duo of Zayt and Saf close this out? Raining down fire from up top. You see the frantic builds coming in. Benji Fishy goes down. Mega, Mitro, and Scarlet on the low ground. Shots still coming on in. Zayt and Saf just sitting pretty.
Mitro just got a double, I think.
Mitro
5 limbs.
Tries to get it done. Not enough. Zayt and Saf, 2 versus 1. Will they take game number 1? Yes, they will.
Zayt and Saf had the high ground, and they used it the entire game. Rain fire from above. We're able to make up 5 limbs plus 10 placement points. That's going to be 15 points. Game 1.
Talk about a monster game number 1. You saw the immediate reaction. They know how key that was. And I've watched so many games of competitive Fortnite, Ninja. They were the only duo left with still like 18 players remaining. Yeah. When they get the high ground like that, they send 1 player down to get close. Scarlet was already weak, and there's just no shot. In the end, the veteran players of Zayt and Saf take game number 1. And you know, Ninja, that was a big topic of conversation. Players with LAN experience, players who've been around the Fortnite competitive scene at these major events for a long time. Will they let the nerves get to them? Guess what? The answer is no. Zayt and Saf take game number 1.
Kept their composure. It was absolutely incredible to watch, man. And seriously, these guys have been absolutely dominant in the World Cup qualifiers online. And it's only fair that they continue to show their dominance here at the actual World Cup stage.
Brilliant performance. You know that their game plan is always last as long as possible.
Absolutely.
But the fact that they made it through those storm surges, even with them not getting very aggressive, they had 0 limbs down to those final few moments. Mr. Savage and Benji Fishy, we have to talk about them for a second as well. The European young duo, they were on the high ground. It was looking good, Ninja, but so many players focusing them, the shockwave grenades as well, and they had no healing left.
It's unfortunate, man. We have a group full of these players who are literally the best in the world. They know exactly how to win, right? So if they don't have the high ground, they know that whenever there is a moment that they have to shoot the high ground out with rockets, shockwave grenades. I think that's actually what happened. I think someone shockwaved up and knocked them off the high ground.
Yep.
But when you have shield like Zayt and Nafted at the end there, and that high ground, I mean, it's over, man.
What a sigh of relief.
Incredible,
for those 2.
Incredible first game. And we're only just getting started.
We're only just getting started. Remember, 6 games being played today in the duos competition, in which $15 million will be rewarded. Tomorrow, we do it all over again, except with solos. So you want to stay glued to the streams here for the Fortnite World Cup Finals live from New York City. Use the hashtag Fortnite World Cup. Get involved in the conversation. Send to Ninja and I your thoughts after game number 1. Who surprised you? What are you looking forward to in games 2 through 6? For me, other things I noticed, man. you've got to be on your A game. When it comes down to taking note of where you are with the storm surge, those were longer storm surges that have lasted than I've ever seen before.
I've honestly never seen storm surge affect the game so much. Yep. Because here we are having 80 people left after the second circle. So, you know what I mean? Like, and these guys, they're not going to let you hit them. You know what I mean? And if you want to put shots on these guys, it's going to be when they're flying in the air, rotating, which you also expose yourself to a sniper shot. You know.
Absolutely.
High risk, high reward, man. Right?
It's
let's see how these guys change. I wonder if the guys who did get hurt a lot by the storm surge, are they going to make changes in the second game? Are they going to be a little bit more aggressive and trying to deal some damage as they rotate? That's what I want to know.
That's a great way to think of it. I know there were so many people that want to give their thoughts on these games, but over at Unreal Island, we've got our very own Sundown with his thoughts on Game 1.
Thank you so much, Courage and Ninja. In the first match of the duos competition is over in the Victor Royales. Well, experience wins out. We talked about Energy Zate and Ghost Saf and how they've been playing so long together, and that endgame was a prime example of textbook Zate and Saf. We're gonna re-roll it one more time, and we're gonna break down kind of how they were able to keep the control. Now, pay attention right away. You can see on the backside, Saf has one angle while Zate is going forward, and they're moving back over the tarps they've already established, but the angles they take make sure they're covering everything. They hear the shots below, they're putting the fire down towards them, and Scarlet is able to pick up Mitro, but doesn't have enough to get out. Zate and Saf, 5 eliminations, Victory Royale, 15 points, showing that their competitive experience, their experience on stage and at major LAN events is winning out right now. They say nerves, what nerves? We might as well be playing at home on our own stations because they are just that good. Match 1 is over. Time to get back over the stage for match 2. Ninja and Courage, take it away.
Thank you very much, Sundown. Great stuff as always there from Unreal Island outside of the venue, enjoying the event themselves. But again, game number 1 in the books. Obviously, so many updates to see exactly where we stack up. In the end, those final moments can be so hectic. So before we hop into game 2, we will have a standings update for you all at home. Who do you think's up top of it right now? Well, guess what? It's Saf and Zate, but...
And Benji, Mr. Savage, man.
Aiden.
Incredibly clutch solo moves and
both
plays.
Both of our predictions.
Both of our predictions. And they're still up there. Guess what?
15 поинтов у них.
Скарлетт
был 14, Мангал Митер 13, Дедра Мисс 12, Бенджи Сэвэдж 11. Дальше у всех по 11 по Epic Battle плюс Шторм. Инк, Саум 9, КББ, Юван 9 тоже.
Again, here are your standings from game number 1.
Одна победа, 5 киллов.
They wound up making it through as well, and that's because of Mega staying alive too.
Absolutely, incredibly talented duo, man. Honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing what Aiden can do, and Sean, so hopefully they step it up in this next game. Game 2 is about to get on its way, man. Are you ready?
I am ready. Ladies and gentlemen, in this sold-out arena, are you guys ready for game number 2? Oh yeah, they are. Oh yeah, they are. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The battle bus has launched. Game number 2 of the Fortnite World Cup Duo Finals is underway.
Again, I'm just going to keep saying it, the most nerve-wracking part of any competition, but definitely Fortnite for me, is the second you jump out of that bus.
Yep.
Right? Once you hit the ground, once these players hit the ground, they're going to definitely have hopefully less nerves. Going to get back into the flow, back into the farming mentality. And man, I'm looking at these llamas on my screen, and I'm just hoping that they find them. There's nothing
Куда они
better than
летаются,
finding
интересно?
the new
Какая у них
upgraded llama
плохо.
with 350 mats.
На пушке, наверное.
And they're everywhere. And look, wait, can we look at the map? Look at the north side. You've got 3 llamas in a very
Слышишь,
small area.
Джем ССК не участвует.
Players have gotten better at spotting llamas from very, very far
Участвует,
away.
говорю.
One thing I was telling my teammate Malachi, I was like, listen, man, sometimes you just actually have to tell yourself, hey, we should probably look for llamas as we're flying in, because, you know, usually you're looking for players who's going to be landing next to you, but if you actually keep an eye out for that adorable
нормально
pink,
они
purple,
ламу
and blue
нашли.
llama.
There's one.
I mean, look, you're just going to get rewarded with shield, rotation.
Spend much less time looting and, farming, and much more time looting. And look at Zate perfectly using the Shadow Bomb Ninja. For players at home who are wondering how he just used it for way more than the 6 seconds it actually lets you use it for. explain a little bit of staying on the side of the mountain.
Yeah, all you have to do is just continue that jump animation. That's going to trigger the double jump. And as long as you don't touch any solid ground, you're going to be able to continue to double bounce back and forth, man. It's an incredible use of the shadow bombs, and you're probably going to see a lot of players do something like that in the late game off of other people's builds. It's just way more difficult to do that off a mountain, by the way.
For sure, as we now take a look at the Storm is landing side of the map, and this Storm is play. So everyone near the middle and south side will have to move, and you see in the elimination feed very early on, Elevate does get cut down. So a tough start for the duo from 100 Thieves right there, as you've got to wonder if Arkram's still alive. Either way, though, Daedra and M11Z
looks like they have players
down in Loot Lake. In Loot Lake, Lucky Landing, and they do have a duo nearby.
Looks like they're trying to obviously back away while continuing to farm up. Lucky Landing is not really a 4-person landing. When more than two people land here, one of them is going to be leaving a little bit handicapped. And Yu-Wang in a fight right now, popping that last big shield, so all of his damage that he will take from now on will be permanent unless he gets an elimination and gets...
Look at how good these stink grenades are right now. Scram and Mexi have lost so much HP off the start of this one, just from getting ticks. The spray does come on through. A third party, though, beginning to shoot down on a Yu-Wang. So another player putting their attention towards this fight.
Trying to line of sight
at Snobby, but KBB does go down. It's now Yu-Wang all by himself, and no materials left, Ninja.
He can't even take a wall.
They're really, this is an abysmal position to be in. Yu-Wang knows that. Trying to fall back to his teammate to maybe sneak a revive.
Да, могу.
A lot of these players really are kind of hesitant. You know what I mean? They don't necessarily want to. There is a third party now. They don't have a lot of shield.
Are they going to get off the
right play? They're going to go forward. Yu-Wang no shield. And he's going to get a double. He's going to get a double and the revive on KBB. And there was some delicious shockwave grenades that just slid down the ramp.
Yu-Wang takes them down. The four builds left. I believe there was some help. The shots that came in from that third team getting nearby, which weakened them at first. Yu-Wang gets the cleanup on the last one right there. What a swing for the duo. Shot does come in onto Keys, though, as another fight going down just outside the desert side of the map. Keys and Slacks up against 2.
Running out of materials already, and guess what? These guys are at the farthest point of the Storm.
Yep.
So this is not, they can't afford this fight, right? The longer this takes, they're not going to be able to get materials. Fight right now. So they're definitely going to need these elims to make up for it.
That was a good knock on Landjock. And Landjock and Punisher went down early last game as well, and it looks like Landjock will suffer the same fate here.
Upgraded combat. Take that. Punisher trying to make some plays here. Still now it is a 2-on-1 situation. Just need to play the numbers advantage. And again, Storm is about to start moving, so they're going to have to make sooner rather than later.
No ammunition. Very few builds. No shields. This spells disaster, and Punisher goes down, and there's the frustration in the player camera right there. Slacks and Keys, 2 quick eliminations. But you mentioned they can't afford to do that. It takes so much time in that fight. They got to go very far still. Now over to Neo Tilted. Clicks and Skeptic. In a fight.
Got some shield.
Где у него тиммейт?
Doesn't necessarily want to use as many
Я что-то не вижу. У них трио, короче, Фейс, Тифу и... Ой, Фейс говорю.
Unbelievable, incredible plays. Bad Sniper goes down, and now he's continuing to branch out.
Надо было
You guys
балки
are in fights like
покинуть.
this. You always want to do exactly what he's doing right now, which is branch out, continue to build these little 1x1s with pyramids, try to confuse your opponents of where you actually are healing up.
Skeptic just 8 builds left. They're trying to stay alive right now. They do have the number advantage. Clicks has time to pop 1 mini, and it looks like they're going to go for it right now. They've made the conscious decision to try to build out, but no. They back up for a moment.
Finally gets a shotgun.
Yep. Shotgun picked up.
Не знаю.
Grenades now as
Нет,
well. They want to
наверное.
go for the second elimination. And
we take the... Oh my god, we got some trash talk.
Did he just take the L in real life? Did he just take the L in real life? Homie, this is land. This dude's going to come over. No, I'm just kidding.
40,
but the Stinks come
on in. Stinks coming in, 22 health left. Campfire down, he has.
Oh, and look who's here.
Third party.
Look who's here. NA puts up the take the L, and EU says no, no, no. This is the World Cup, baby. I'm going to show which continent is best. Mitro and Mongrel, full HP, and they storm roll through.
Duelings for Mitro.
Clicks
still
right
plays
there.
Down low. Wow, incredible. Look at that kid. Gold scar, gold combat, heavy shotgun, or sorry, heavy sniper rifle for taking opponents' walls. Look at, they're just stealing and bum rushing, and that's going to be it.
Нет,
There's no shot right there. Skeptic. You saw, hey, putting on a show. I love it. The man does YouTube for a reason. But then also a fantastic player. I think speaks a little bit too soon.
Опа,
Aiden now on your screen. Does knock one. Hasn't finished elimination yet, so still will gain 50 HP if he can get the full. There it is. Now a 2 versus 1. Aiden and Sean. Look at how weak Sean is, though, Ninja.
Sean has absolutely no health. A little bit of shield. Hopefully we're going to drop some of these here. Aiden being the good team that he is. I'm sure he's calling it out right now. But it is also a 2-on-1, and they don't know, we don't know how weak this guy is right now, but if he is weak, they're going to look to trade. Shotgun shot for over 21 white. Players no shield left. They're going to try to put the pressure on. Sean has...
Он с геймпада? А, да, он с геймпада играет.
They're both one hit. They get that trap.
They're going for it. They're saying, no, you would have thrown the trap down by now. And there it is. And look at the take from Aiden. The jump out to the side, and they'll be rewarded with shields, with materials. And look, Aiden actually, there was 2 big shields. Yeah. Aiden's got the full health.
That's incredible, man.
You see the stats so far in this game. Aiden has done 434 damage, has taken 312, and he's near backup to max health. I know Aiden is a crowd favorite here. Every time the camera goes on, there's a big cheer from this sold-out arena.
For those of you guys who do not know, the Storm Circle is about to update right now. We just saw our second one, forcing everyone out of the north and east side of the
Нет,
map.
они не собираются
Also,
рашить.
guess what?
Они
Every
ходят
single llama was found.
за бинтами.
All 5 llamas have been found, so we have some probably high material players right now.
A lot of rotation.
Oh my god, I can't even... Freaking out, man.
You're getting into it.
Looks
right
like a
now.
lot of people.
I love it.
Yeah, we're looking around. They're all gone. There's only 1 airdrop that's left, which means a lot of players. It's very difficult, man. Going for airdrops is super risky, but it looks like everyone at the World Cup here is taking their chances.
And what's kind of funny with this zone, as you see it on the bottom right side of your map, the slipstreams are there to basically help everyone get from the southeast, east, and south side of the map easily into this zone. So if you kind of sit outside and wait for players to move in from the slipstream, you might be able to deal a lot of damage. And remember, you might think, oh, well, there's no way you're going to get that elimination. I'm not even talking about that. I'm saying free damage for Storm Surge when that comes into play, because it is going to happen very, very soon here. We're about a minute away.
It literally looks like we've been watching.
Да, уже на ХГ.
But there's 84 teams, 84 players left still.
Yep. I guess that's a testament to our observers backstage. Great stuff to them.
Опа, nice дамаг дали.
Does take a bit of storm damage right there. Chug splashes in the inventory. And Ninja,
like a dolphin.
Chug splashes have came into this game and they've completely taken competitive by storm. Are they the best healing item currently in this meta?
I think that, there's a lot of items that get added where, not everyone is all unanimous about it, right? Some people do not like it. But let me tell you something about these splashes. I don't think I've ever seen more positive, reactions from an item being added than when chug splashes were added. I mean, nothing but positivity on Twitter. It was absolutely fun. I woke up to some delightful posts. Delightful posts.
Those
of you guys who don't know what they are, each one splash, they come in packs of 2. You can stack up to 6. They give you 20 health, 4 shield, whatever.
Опа, Мандрал Митра.
And they can be used to heal you and your teammates around you, as well as, if you really want to be a troll, your enemies. Here are Mongrel and Mitro in the zone, and you talk about this inventory. I'm going to come out and say it right now. There is no way someone in this lobby has a better inventory than what Mongrel has right now. And when you come into this, they were already in your top 3. So they're in a position right now, Ninja, where they have a top-off performance right here. With only 6 games being played after the first 2,
Когда сидишь в коробках и не даешь дамага,
they were only 2 points away from
вот
first.
это тебя дамажит.
And Mongrel went down early before placement points were even rewarded. So, Sean in another fight with Quentin and his squad.
За последнее время, типа, когда лейт и все в коробках сидят, что в коробках не сидели. Нет, это просто все в коробках сидеть будут и ждать, пока последний останется.
Well, the player tried to drop a trap down low to bait Aiden, but Aiden does not fall for it. This seasoned veteran trying to cover his back. Players beginning to spray on through. Stink bombs dropping, and there's one a limb. Another shot comes in.
Gets his shield. That's why he went for the thirst. And grabbed the mats. 365 mats now. He is more than that. He's got to
get out of the stinks. They've got to get out of the stinks.
So weak.
Look at how weak they are.
And don't they can get both Sean and Aiden. I think that's exactly what they did. They split up. Now he's trying to take one by one. Get pushed by more than one person.
Quick reaction from Aiden, but this looks like it could spell disaster for the duo. Damage dealt 639. He does go down, though the quick edit comes
making
through.
Plays. Now it's up to Sean. Can he clutch it? Only 2 HP. Got some minis. Picked up some ammunition now for his minigun. But it looks like Spades is just way more healthy. And obviously there's 3 other players who are around him as well. So what's he going to do? Looks like he's going for high ground, smart play, but he's out of meds.
Oh, no, he's got wood. He's got wood, he's good.
Put himself in a nice pyramid. For those of you guys who don't know what a brick or a metal pyramid.
Big thing to note, look at his zone. He has to push. That's it. He has to push. He has 52 health, but the zone is right at his back. He's got to go. Don't even worry about Storm Surge. They're 446 above
as well. Has a shot that's going to be taken down. I mean, that's just the worst position to be in any competitive game, is being weak, low materials, low health, and being forced to push in.
О, знаешь что, Митроман играл в зоне.
Always the most aggressive, it appears. Yes. If you remember the famous moment, I think for me, arguably one of the most famous moments in Fortnite competitive history was the Nick Merckx and Aiden duo, where they made it into the big bonus about a year ago.
Oh my God.
And a crowd popped off. Well, they're always scrappy.
У них чел, они могут его запушить, но они не знают, что там один. А, они, по-моему, пушить начали. В столпе. Чикен. Они на ХГ прицепились. Ого. Митроман играл. Пуш. Они сейчас пушить будут. Нет, они не пойдут, потому что тут чилов много.
Hopefully get you those placement points that you need, or even put you in a position to get some, some eliminations. But yeah, as you said with Aiden, we mentioned earlier, are people going to
помню, да.
Are they going to do anything different here at the World Cup? And guess what? I'm pretty sure we can say that Aiden Squad is not doing anything different. They're being incredibly aggressive.
Агостиса будет интересно без аимассиста играть. Он говорил, что против 99 ботов будет играть без аимассиста. Но он так говорил. Вот эти вот 99 плееров.
He's not exposed right there, right, Ninja? He's peeking through his build.
Correct. As you guys are peeking through a pyramid, you hit edit on it. You cannot be seen, right? And you can also see through it. It's a very amazing feature. Fortnite Battle Royale.
Fortnite Battle Royale, the ultimate Battle Royale experience.
Ultimate Battle Royale experience, man. Blue T is in the storm.
О, Blue T живет.
A lot of damage, and he's still going to be rotating. Rogue taking damage as well. Thomas gonna have to make some plays.
Не, он сейчас либо в зоне помрет, либо его дожмут. Либо сверху вообще убьет. Нет, да. Если у него шоквейвов нету.
That people can wind up going on top of, and those are brilliant to use.
Oh, absolutely. If you guys can get up on top of those, guess what? You have
Там
ultimate high ground on the map without having to place any mats.
Yep.
It's incredible. You can't get sniped from above, and you can deal as much damage as you want. Also, it's incredibly difficult to shoot players that are up there. But it's important to know that after the 5th circle closes in, those air vents will stop working. So if you don't have any rotation to get down, glider, redeploy, anything like that, yikes. That's a massive yikes. So you have to pray that someone
can launch that down подряд.
Yep.
And go for it.
Ну, по киллам отмена один.
Most of these teams will mess that up. Now, we talked about our Game 1 winners, the team that took home the Victory Royale, which is, again, 10 placement points, the max you can get for placement in these games. It was Zayt and Saf, and they're currently set on up in this zone for the moment.
Airvax убивает. Мега убивает.
They're close enough for sure, I can see. I think, no, actually, no, they got to rotate a little bit, but look, they got 4 shockwave grenades.
Yep. And they'll be all right. They'll be able to make it happen.
ВП опять померли, по-моему. Ников Airvax продвигается в зону.
Arkram and Falconer have a tough rotation ahead. Slacks and Keys. Watch them fight a little bit.
Валакас пытается ретейкать. Нет, не пытается. А, это его тиммейт.
No, teammate's full. Teammate's full. Don't worry.
Doesn't matter.
Teammate's full.
You know, I was playing with Myth the other day, and he was using a lot of chug splashes without me, so I'm really sensitive on it. I'm still really sensitive.
We'll let you and Myth handle that one. As again, it seems like some tension.
У Валакаса нет эмки, у него ППшка пампа.
This is game 2 of 6, folks. The matches will be going on throughout the day.
Стомпи Чикенс живут.
62 players left in this one. 35 duos. And you see Arkram and Falconer. It looks like they did a duo shot.
Да, надо было хотя бы палку.
Good teamwork. As the frantic rotation begins to move on in, more Storm Surge.
Он пушить пошел?
Begin to come into play as well.
А нет, не пушить. Зря, вот зря он сюда полетел. Тут 2 дуо сидят.
What do you think is the play? To rotate in right away once it's revealed if you're far out, or to wait and be the last team?
For me, it completely comes down to what you have left, what you have in your inventory, where you are at the leaderboards as well. If I'm in a position where I know I need to make some ground up on the leaderboards, I want to rotate early and try to begin to spray back on the opponents to get some free eliminations.
Yes.
If you get the zone on you, you begin to just build
Больше, чем полсервера
that
же,
height so you can
нормально?
spray on down as well. In this one, though, again, all comes down to rotation. If you have nothing to rotate with and you're far away, I think you play late and hope someone else drops a launch pad near you and use that community pad to your advantage.
Yeah, we're looking over here at Ewing, 3 eliminations, sitting here with some very good materials, and it's definitely a very delicious loadout. Anyone with a heavy sniper and a blue SMG in a combat.
And remember, he started the game in Snobby Shores with that clutch when KBB did go down, so they're still in this one because
he still has that beautiful blue combat where he clutched it with, man.
Yes, he does, and all the materials you could ever ask for it. Nearly 100 builds in this one.
You see they're marking right now. I think they have a double heavy sniper combo.
Double
They're marking double heavy, or they're saying focus this, the zone's closing there.
We're going to find out soon enough. It literally looks like he's marking exactly. He's trying to look and see. Yep,
they do have a double heavy sniper. And Ninja called it. The man knows. They see one. And oh!
You guys saw the pyramid. This is exactly what Jack talked about earlier. You need 2 walls, 2 layers protecting you from one of those walls, so that double sniper will not take you down.
But they've got the tools, the key to open all doors, as I put it. And this zone, Ninja,
it just moved over a mountain, man.
It just moved onto the side of the mountain, so high ground will be in play. But at the same time, Ninja, half of the low ground still in play, so it's not as bad a position for the low ground players. Here's a look at Mongrel and Mitro. Remember, Mongrel did go down early on in the last game. He's got to back on up because he's burning through materials very, very quickly. They're far above this storm surge, so they're good for the moment, and there's the replenish from his teammate in Mitro. 64 total builds left.
Нет, так наоборот не дамажит. У них 357 еще в запасе.
Saf just sneaking up through with that shadow
Сэф сейчас помрет. Ты видел, у него как попало?
Everyone focusing these players on the outside. They've got the minigun firing too. The lobby now picking up quick as we move into our pit zone.
The storm is closing in, and that's going to be forcing everyone to get into where the safe zone is right now. It is moving in towards Pleasant Park. Guys, this is absolutely insane. 51 players still remain, by the way, in a circle this small.
600 патрон.
They're just trying to get as many limbs possible as people are rotating in.
Mitro on the bottom right of your screen with that minigun has 631 bullets to spray down with Mongrel in a fight. Gets one player weak, but does have to back up.
Didn't get the clutch. Someone else stole the kill from him.
Нет.
Mitro gets chucked as well.
Still have a launch pad, but again, when you're in a situation like this, low ground, they're getting sprayed.
Mongrel,
grenade launcher shots and frag grenades, and they're both going to be eliminated. And Mongrel also, Airwax just went down as well.
And you see Cease in the elimination feed. Does look like, remember early on, Elevate did go down. There's
loot looks so delicious.
They go for it. Zane Saf, do they do it?
Do you go for it? There's a launch pad there and so many materials.
This is game-changing loot right now. They've got the builds to go for it if they want.
They're going to do it.
They're going to make the play.
A gold combat shotgun too, man.
Zane and Saf uncontested. That's one of those risk versus reward plays that can help set them up for 2 victory royales in a row.
Mongrel and Mitro's loot too, man.
Oh, that was making a statement. And we know that was juicy loot.
They're making a statement saying, listen, we're from NA, we're here to play. Taking out the Evil, didn't know they took them out, but they're definitely taking their loot.
Yeah, for sure, as they are still above this
still great rotation items too. They both each have a launch pad, both have 2 shotgun grenades, and they're gonna go. He didn't get it though, they try to get both at the same time. Gonna be flying, and this is another massive rotation going to be taken to the center of Pleasant Park. They're 167 damage above the threshold, so they're looking pretty good right now. The question is, are they going to keep mid-ground, go for low ground, high ground? What's the play?
They didn't get the full launch pad. He might have to use his own. Yes, he does again, and that actually works out. He gets his head on something, which takes him down from having to, fly all the way up and get beamed. They're going to challenge high ground right now. Zayt and Saf looking to do what many would think was impossible, which is win back-to-back games in the stacked lobby. Just saw Falconer in the feed as well. Arkram with an elimination too. 19 duos left as we're moving towards the placement points, Ninja, and these duos know exactly that. 3 points if you make it into the top 15, which could be the difference between first and dead last.
What are they gonna do? Are they gonna prioritize rotation in and not take
Мега
damage?
жив,
Or are they
Aqua
gonna try to
жив,
play it a little
Derek
risky and
жив.
go for the limbs? If you're gonna be shooting, going for limbs, you definitely open up to a lot of
Снайпер и драш на
shotgun
ХГ.
shots, AR shots, someone suddenly taking the high ground on you. So
Видишь, за Летвиком наблюдаю.
Many more duos remaining in this game, unlike the last one. Safe with another elimination right there on a KBB. You got Snappy and Red Rush on the high ground, and Sav
over the play. The high ground
goes to the high ground. Take, will he get it?
He's gonna get it. He has it.
Zane's got high ground. Zane has high ground as they go to try to push for 2 victory royales in a row. Saf is there as well, but Snappy just appeared right behind Saf and shotgunned him down right there.
Zane right now is gonna have to concede to the high ground, giving it to Snappy.
Летвика душит.
Stay alive as long as possible, try to get
Выходит
some placement
Летвик.
points. He is obviously a talented player, top player. He can definitely make something happen, and I'm interested to see what he's gonna do.
Cease has been by himself since the first
Dubs.
moment of this game when Elevate went down at 98 players remaining, and he's somehow still alive. There goes Mega. You've got Derox and Item on the low ground. Vorwin getting chopped down as well. Zate with about 100 HP. Uh-oh. Here comes Vinny and Zexro. They're trying to get over the high ground.
He's right now being held in the storm with 5 eliminated. He's going to be eliminated from the back. Zay taken down as well. Snappy still with the high ground. Zex and Vinny and TSM crew looking good, and they're going to take it. They just took high ground. Snappy gave it to him.
And they just got the high ground. Great use of the shockwave as
Snappy
well.
спускается,
Vinny
ломает
as well
челов.
as Zexro on hype for the moment. 5 eliminations so far. They're putting their names in the hat for potential victory royale in this game.
Go down, right? They want those limbs.
Forward now with eliminations back to back. 4 players left in this one. Zexro and Vinny spraying from the high ground. It's a 2 versus 1. The player right on the edge of the zone. The shockwave into the air. And he's going to drop on down to hype for the moment. The spray coming on in. It's not enough. Zexro and Vinny.
TSM takes game 2 with style.
7 вроде.
Both alive. You love to see it.
The victory royale and 7 eliminations.
Look at that.
Vinny's hyped and Zexro looks like
he was stunned.
They forgot his fries on a
Сейчас
fast food
посмотрим.
order.
Нет, они могут быть топ-1 уже.
Oh my,
Они топ-1 могут.
It's pretty expected at this point.
Сейчас покажут топ.
2 and 8 teams have taken game 1 and game 2, and honestly, I think that we can all say that the teams hyped up the most have been even. Guess what? Mongrel and Nitro, man, they've also been performing well. They still have so many points from eliminations.
Yep.
Oh man, what a great shotgun shot. They were perfectly in sync. They're even jumping and shotgunning at the same time. Vinny, pop off, man. You love the pop off.
So hyped. Zexro's about to start cranking 90s or default dancing in the lobby.
Like he's trying to talk about literally what are they going to do in the next game.
Yeah.
Like that's what that focus is. That reminds me, I've been in this situation before. He grabbed his hand and shook it for himself. Man. That's a top teammate, man. Great synergy.
What a start to today's competition. The energy in here is insane. I am looking around and there are thousands and thousands of people filling up the Arthur Ashe Stadium live from New York City. Again, my name Jack Courage Dunlop, joined by Tyler Ninja Blevins for what is the first ever Fortnite World Cup Finals. $30 million on the line this weekend. Millions will be tuning on in from across the world. There's so many.
Жми готов. Истифу. Сните, в самом начале он сфоткался. Да. Заходи на карту мою.
Players, they've definitely been around the block here in competitive Fortnite.
Again, you just see them, just like a lot of other accounts here, always at the top of the duo qualifiers every single week. Even though they already qualified, they continue to keep playing. playing and practicing. Guess what? They just took the game number 2. You gotta be pumped right now, man. Once you win one of these games, you can't let up, though. Again, and that's why I love that energy. Zex was immediately just, I felt like he was just talking about, what are we gonna do next? Hey, man, good job, we won that. Let's do it again, right? How are we gonna change, maybe even better somehow, get more limbs in game 3?
No, for sure, and they know that. They're not gonna take their foot off the gas pedal. Folks, we have our standings after game number 2. Where are things playing out? It is still Zayt and Sam.
Савзейт на первом месте 26 поинтов, Мегадапс 19 поинтов. Ну, Савзейт они вообще жестко вырвались. На 7 поинтов вперед. Да, на втором месте Мегадапс.
While Zayt and Sav do have a nice little lead right now, nobody is safe from the rest of this lobby. I'll tell you that right now.
I mean, just take a look at the points. You got 11 points, right? Benji and Mr. Savage, they fell out of the top 10. But look at that. Storm and Epic Whale, 12 points. Daedra, M11T, 12 points, 12 points, 12 points. All they need is 2 or 3 extra eliminations right there, and they'll move up 6 places. You know what I mean? So it's still anyone's game, all right? 2 pop-off games, 1 pop-off game, boom, you're already in the top 5.
Remember, if you get 50th place or 11th place, from that whole time in between, you win $100,000 as a duo.
Still.
But if you go from 10th up to 1st, it jumps all the way to $3 million. So everyone, eyes on that top prize. We are just 1/3 of the way through the action today, but I know we've had a lot of fun up here, Ninja.
Можешь пока построиться.
got hats. We've even got the little drone that's the battle bus. It looks amazing. The top balloon is actually the drone, so you've got the bus that's literally flying around. You best believe I'm going to pick one up and mess around with my family. They're not ready for it. But there you go. There's some underscreen. Also, that drift shirt, by far, my favorite piece of merchandise ever. Those of you that really do know me, you know I love Drift. He's easily my favorite character. But just some cool things. If you're looking to get some World Cup exclusive thing, go ahead and take a look. Now, for those of you who have also been watching kind of all 10-week qualifiers long, you know we love Golden Boy. And there's actually one thing specifically he was kind of telling people as we were going through interviews. And that was, hey, when we get to New York, you're going to be in my hometown. Let's catch up and get a slice of pizza. Now, I know you're thinking, wait a minute, Zeke, what about, like, everyone else? Why is it just Golden Boy? Well, he's a Golden Boy, and he's selfish, and he wanted the pizza off for himself. Get called out. That's right. Now the world knows. But a few of those players actually took us up on the offer. They went out for some pizza. They had a night on the town. So let's take a look together. Check this out.
New York City. We got the Statue of Liberty, Central Park, the Empire State Building, and the first ever Fortnite World Cup. I couldn't be more excited about the great Fortnite players from around the world in my hometown to duke it out. Before the action started, I took World Cup players Aiden and Chinkin out to show them the Big Apple, starting with PC Gaming Cafe Waypoint.
What's up, boys? Waypoint. Good to see you. Good to meet you. All right, fellas, let's go and grab it. All right, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me here in my hometown, New York City. Thoughts on it so far? Chinkin, we'll start with you.
Hot, a lot of people.
Yeah, hot, and a lot of people. I'm sorry, but also, welcome to New York. That's the way it is out here. In Austria?
Austria, like
and the population. I think it was like 40,000 people in the train that you were on the way here.
Probably.
Yeah, so,
so many people.
Now I want to talk about the competition at hand because obviously this is going to be the biggest opportunity, I would imagine, of your lives. You're going to be playing in front of a massive crowd. Is there a way as a player that you prepare for that?
I don't think like there's a way to like prepare for it.
Yeah.
But try to like calm down, not get like nervous, not get shaky and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we should be good. Like.
It's still crazy having like a live crowd.
Yeah.
I try not to take tournaments like too seriously. If I play relaxed, I feel like I do better. I remember when everyone's like, this guy looks like he's just chilling on his couch at home, the casters, and it was like, I was just relaxed, you know, and just I feel like I played better.
Okay, so gentlemen, we're going to be heading off to some different sites around the city. We're going to go to Washington Square Park, so let's go and check it out.
Погнали, галфайт. Господи, что я тут наделал? Кого? Это чё?
I'm not too sure.
Это чё?
Like king or queen? While we have this here, let's talk about competition. You guys are going to be against each other.
Самый первый это у меня язык.
I just don't want to feel the L2 spam like.
Oh, you don't want to feel the L2 spam?
I've watched them play a little bit. Him and Stompy, they're very like, I've seen them play aggro before. It's pretty scary. So if you have chemistry where you can play without even talking, you guys know what you're gonna do. That's like a team like that's gonna win.
What you guys are going to experience this weekend, this is the first Fortnite World Cup, and you're going to be playing for millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Has that even been with you guys yet?
There's gonna be millionaires after this.
Pizza. Say I won't, Lala. Say I won't. And I kept telling people, hey, I want to get a slice of pizza with you.
У меня нету
Players, they all
такого
ignored
дела.
me, you know? So thank you guys so much for coming out. I really appreciate it. Obviously, this has been an incredible journey for you all. You're now on the precipice of one of the biggest events in the history of all competitive gaming.
I'm happy that it was a fair chance for everybody, you know, open qualifiers. Yeah. You could have no exposure, but if you're good, you get in the tournament. I'm just really thankful to be here, and I'm going to enjoy my time here.
Yeah, we just tried to make our fans happy. I'm really looking forward to play on stage in front of 100,000 people.
Do you feel like the fans and how they've been supporting you all on this road to this, do you feel like that adds a little bit to this pressure?
Honestly, it was just more support for me. I feel more like happy to be here.
whispered the word.
competitive veterans, specifically Zexro, Vinny, they go back to as